So what do you want? Anything news or what's going on?
Well, it seems like everybody's kind of starting to recongregate on campus. Just kind of where is everything timeline-wise? Is everybody healthy? I mean, just kind of what?
Good deal. Good question. The way our rules work in our summer routine, we're allowed now 8 weeks of summer workout. And in our deal, it starts on tomorrow. It's actually the first official day. Now, school doesn't start till Monday, so it's technically not mandatory till Monday, but we're bringing the guys in tomorrow because what that'll give us a 7-day break at the end of summer where we get 7 days off leading up to preseason. Our summer school ends either Thursday, I think it's the 30th, or Friday the 31st, based on when your teacher wants to give an exam. We're reporting, I think it's August the 5th, and getting cranked up there on Wednesday, Thursday. So to give the guys a full week off and to get 8 weeks of summer, tomorrow's the first official day. It doesn't technically, mathematically on paper, become mandatory till Monday. Our freshmen show up tomorrow for orientation. Some of the local guys have already done it. So our freshmen will not start till Monday because Thursday and Friday is orientation, or they get the local Isaac James Brandon Knights local guy. I think Isaac's actually in the track meet deal. Those guys will come in over the weekend, start their workouts, and start summer school on Monday. So our summer's kind of unique at Indiana. You can take 4-week classes in May, June, and July, or 6 weeks over May, and then late June and July. So there's all kinds of ways to skin the cat. We've had over 50 guys here for May, and that was a voluntary time. They didn't have to be here. But what some of them decided to do was to take a 6-week class May, early June, and then a 6-week class late June and July for their 2 summer credits. That gave them a chance to quote, it was workouts on their own. But with Sudfeld and Manjurian, some guys here that kind of ran it. Mark Hill kind of structures it, and from a safety liability standpoint, there's some organization, but you can't mandate it. Now, tomorrow we switch gears. The freshmen are showing up tomorrow for orientation. Everyone is here, and we get rolling with basically what's called now the 8 weeks of summer access. That would be, Zach, comparable to winter. We're allowed up to 2 hours of video. I think we're going to take 30 minutes, 2 15-minute quick meetings. We're allowed 8 hours of work. Coaches can be there. We won't be there all the time. Sometimes we're going to be on summer vacation. I think we've got summer camps coming up, and during those summer camp times, it's a great time to get with your team. And then late July, we come back leading in, and that'll be a great time to get with the team. So it's still Mark Hill's group. Academically, we're in great shape. Everyone eligible. I think we're still waiting on a couple high school guys to finalize and complete and put closure to where they're at. And we can always get a curveball. We're close on a guy or two, but we'll see how that goes. I think we'll be okay. Our current team, everyone's eligible. 2 summers in a row. You go into summer school with everybody eligible. Health-wise, nothing major. Cassaro hurt his shoulder. We did a little tightening up. He's, kind of a little limited with lifting, but he'll be good. So there's not major setbacks. It's been like I say, it was our best winter, our best spring. Typically, it's been 15 or 20 guys here for May. It was 51 this May, so that's good. And we get cranked up tomorrow, and then we'll know better Monday, Tuesday when we get to now see him for sure. I won't see him really till Monday.
How's Jordan Howard doing?
Good, full go. Again, he just had didn't require surgery, but just put his arm down to stay up, hyperextended an elbow, and he's back lifting for cleared full go. So we'll see. Missing those practices is not good. At the same time, it didn't require surgery. He is a proven player at another program. He's learning our system, but he's been great first semester academically, and we need him to continue to mature and hopefully get off to have a good start and have a big year for us.
The optimism of being able to get to a bowl game, it seems to be a lot of momentum building toward that. What's your approach to that? How do you see that shaking down?
Well, my thing, Pete, we kind of been there to me the last couple of years. We've kind of been right around it and just couldn't manage some things right or get the wins we needed. But we've been competitive enough really for 2 years. Our talent's gotten better. What's really significantly different, and we've had 3 now really good years of recruiting, and that sounds good. They're still young. You got guys like Allen and Latham and guys you guys think are named players for us. They just finished their 4th semester, so they're 50 percentile of their. You want them to be a 4th-year junior or senior, but they're really just finished year 2, so they're still a little green and they're still learning the process of preparation and all that. But to me, where this team's a lot different is the way we battled last year and the way we finished those last 4 weeks when we kind of, we put our cards with Nate and with Covington, and when they both went down, we struggled a few weeks, but they kind of got behind Xander, and the way we played that Penn State on the road at Rutgers, didn't complete the second half, but then battled over in Columbus, and in the finish, those guys should have maybe gave up the ghost, and they buckled down and they bought in. And right now, we've always, the last couple of years, been I'd say a pretty good, hardworking team. And we've been talented and close, but I think we're working at a different purpose right now. We're not working harder, but I think they're working for each other. There's good buy-in. There's good chemistry. We've been that kind of team, but sometimes you need some of those things to make that glue kind of stick. And it'll be interesting. It's still 72 and sunny every day, so we haven't had a lot of adversity yet. So we're going to get punched in, whether it be an opponent or something that glitches. You got to handle those things. So if that happens in life, and if it sure happens in our sport. But right now, it's been our most productive finish into another good recruiting and another good cycle. May's been awesome, and to me, this is what we call our third quarter. It's winter, into spring, and then we take it into summer, and then we wrap. And then preseason's a part of summer. It's the 8 weeks. We give them a little downtime, and that's those 4 weeks of preseason, and then the fourth quarter. Now you've laid your foundation, and you go right that journey and see where those 12 games can take you. And hopefully it's going to be decent. It's going to be really good.
You say your high school guys, you're waiting on a couple of them to qualify. How about your junior college guys?
Same deal. We got we're in the process here with Camion just to get him dotted and closed in, and we'll know here shortly if he's here soon and how that goes.
Coach, how has social media, changed that month of May? Because it seems like the guys can stay more connected, whether they be in Bloomington or in Indianapolis, where they can kind of be pushing each other and keeping up.
When I started that 2 years ago, two things about that, and you're making a great point there. Point one, my thing too, I remember talking to David Cooper last year, listen, you're going home, but every day you can send a message out, what are you doing? I'm in the weight room. Here's my picture. Where are you? So you can motivate and all that. But we did have someone that does a lot of our leadership come in to us one day and say that, ask a question, what can you do? And a guy said, I could text my teammates more about we're doing this and this and this. And the comment fed back, which I really respected and appreciated, was that texting is a form of information, and that that leadership is communication, and you need to contact. You need to reach out and verbalize and feel some passion and talk. So social media, but now I'm telling you, my wife sometimes will text a kid in the house to do something. You gotta be kidding me. I'm yelling, hey, clean up your room. I'm a little bit more of wanting to contact, but we've tried to sell a couple years to reach out and bond. This is by far the closest group of old guys, so it's our closest leadership group, and we'll see how that molds. As like I say, it goes from 72 to a couple tough days of preparation as we keep going, and not preparation, just as you go through the journey of the season.
Anything happened? Anything changed with Ralph Green's situation, or was any suspension or discipline for Isaac Griffin?
Well, yeah, both those, and we kind of will do typically. Everything's kind of quote internal. We number one kind of wait till we get final process of. There's a legal side. Then once it goes legal, there can also be a campus side, and then we'll visit with the administration. Whatever means that we do, and some of those things can be determined, but until there's a final. There's not an outcome yet of where that is, and that could determine, and then also our institution will look at it to determine it. So we'll, at the same time, they're not, they're kind of back with us as far as I think both those guys, all the guys sometimes, they need our structure with tutorial help, medical and nutrition help. It's not like we want to. We can still have our penalties and we can still do, quote, things, let alone educate, let alone continue to get you some needs if you need things. But to say you're out of the family and on your own, that's not a part of it. You got to go through some tough times with those guys. So right now we'll wait till the final things come out before we know for sure. And then we'll move accordingly and see how it happens.
Is that, in essence, a suspension for Isaac? Is he technically suspended?
Yeah, well, again, we just came off of voluntary time. So you can't suspend someone from volunteering. Now we're getting ready, but my comment, we're at a time of year where I think those kids need our academic structure, our tutorial things we do. Like for example, we'll put a lot of guys this summer. We'll be in some high-end math, science, hard courses Because sometimes you take summer to get guys right. Well, our guys are all good, so we want to do like, let's grab a big piece of steak with a big hunk of bone here and go tackle some of your hard courses. So that being said, they need our supports to say you're not welcome in the building. And by no means right now they're at any point, unless the school, they're not off the team. And what happened, again, nothing is official until I know exactly the legal thing runs its due course, final verdict, or final, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever the final decision is is. Well, also, if they're the school, our institution's always going to look at that and say, hey, a year ago, the institution had dismissed someone, not us. And then from there, then me and Mr. Glass, I'm sure, get together and decide what happens from there.
Thanks, guys. Okay.
That's good. Thanks for being here.